Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here just under 54 cents. It was a green day for XRP. It was also a green day for Bitcoin. And now all of a sudden people are saying, we are so back, expect up only for the rest of this month. While other people are saying, expect a big pullback to happen. It's because nobody really knows what's going to happen. I'm just honestly waiting for XRP to break out already. I'm sure you're all waiting for the same thing. This comes from Eric. Bitnomial sues SEC over XRP futures. Challenges agency's continued claim that XRP is a security. I honestly thought we were done with this, but apparently not yet. The SEC still firmly believes that the cryptocurrency XRP is a security, Fox Business has learned. The revelation comes following a lawsuit in an Illinois district court on Thursday evening by crypto derivatives exchange Bitnomial, which sued Wall Street's top cop over its claim that it has jurisdiction over a planned futures contract that tracks the price of XRP, the seventh largest digital asset by market cap. But I like the idea that Bitnomial is fighting this out in court. And you know, like I said, I thought this was done, but apparently Gary doesn't agree with the judge and still wants to continue to call XRP a security. This is what Brad Garlinghouse had to say. A new low for a renegade agency many thought couldn't sink further. The SEC now believes it can operate above the law, ignoring a court's ruling that XRP isn't a security. Team Ripple will be watching closely and weighing our own options to hold the SEC accountable. And that is what needs to happen. The SEC needs to be held accountable. And I'm so sick of these politicians just yelling at Gary. Take action already. You know, this guy is the biggest travesty at the SEC. He's holding back innovation in this country. He's pushing innovation out of the country. And at the same time, he's acting above the law. The law of the land is XRP is not a security. Breaking, XRP lawyer Stuart Alderoty says, we look forward to the Federal Court of Appeals finally putting a stake in the heart of Gensler's misguided attack on our industry. And that's what it is. It's an attack. He just wants to continue to hold back innovation as much as he can. And you know, he's taking this advice from crooked politicians like Warren. And he's taking advice from these big banks, you know, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. And they're telling him, oh, you know, you got to do something. You got to hold XRP back. You got to make sure that XRP doesn't push ahead because it's going to be the one nail in the coffin at JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs as well. It's going to take away all the fees that these big banks are collecting on cross-border payments. That's why they don't like it. That's why this whole case started to begin with. And you know, Jay Clayton was no better than Gary Gensler. He's the one that brought this lawsuit in the first place. And we know how corrupt that son of a bitch was. Gary is no different. U.S. stablecoin regulations coming soon after elections. In an October 2024 presidential transition priority topic memo, the MIT RE outlines the key challenges and opportunities facing the U.S. dollar as digital currencies and new payment systems emerge. MIT RE, a federally funded research and development center, has advised the government for over 60 years on complex issues related to technology and public policy. Its notable accomplishments include modernizing air traffic control systems and managing the U.S. response to COVID-19. The organization significantly influences U.S. government decisions across various industries, from cybersecurity to health, and now stablecoins. Here's what I think they want to do. I think they want to get the stablecoin bill passed as soon as possible. They need stablecoin regulations in place ASAP, because if this administration loses, if the Democrats lose the presidency next month, right away, I think they're going to try to get a CBDC in place right after that. I think they want to get it put in place even before the next president takes office. Because once you launch a CBDC, which I think is already ready to go here in the United States, the Fed has been working on this behind closed doors for over 2 years now. It's probably more like 4 years now. But once they launch that, that's it. The World Economic Forum says then you are past the point of no return. They say the CBDC will embed itself into the current financial system, and there's no way of taking it out. I don't know if that's 100% true. It comes from that Nouveau Nahari guy over there at the World Economic Forum, but it would make sense because all of a sudden so many things would be tied to a CBDC on day one. And you can't go back is what they're saying. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think they're going to try to get a CBDC put in place right after the election happens? Or do you think that this is going to be something that will wait until the next president takes office? I think it's going to happen sooner than later, honestly. BRICS set to accelerate digital asset adoption and weaken the dollar with wholesale CBDCs. And this is why the U.S. is now fast-tracking as well. So one, the pace of digital asset adoption could be significantly accelerated if a leading national economy central bank were to issue a wholesale CBDC, capable of being used to trade a wide range of asset classes. Two, global pilots of wholesale CBDCs are gaining momentum and may pose the greatest long-term threat to the dollar's broad usage. Three, Brazil central bank final rollout of their wholesale CBDC expected by the end of this year. Russian central bank wholesale CBDC set to launch in 2025. Brazil and Russia are both ready for the CBDC race starting soon. And that's what it is. It is a race. And it was accelerated back in 2022 when Russia initially announced that they are going to go ahead with a CBDC. Now countries are ready to go live with the CBDC. And I think that's why the US is in such a hurry. Because once a CBDC goes live, that is going to be a threat to the US dollar. This comes from Eleanor Terrett, Ripple co-founder. Chris Larsen has made the first documented crypto donation to Kamala Harris. According to new FEC filings, Larsen donated $1 million in XRP to one of the leading super PACs supporting Harris. So Harris apparently holds XRP. No, I'm just kidding. You know this gets transferred into fiat. But why is Chris Larsen supporting her, especially after her anti-crypto response for the past 3 years? And even listen to what Chris says here.
We don't talk about San Francisco as the crypto city.
Yeah.
Is that something you recognize?
Well, that's really unfortunate because I think, unfortunately, this administration made a really bad call
At the city level or at the federal level?
At the federal level. They pretty much killed San Francisco from being what it was, the blockchain capital of the world. We owned it, and we don't anymore because the Biden administration, for whatever reason, decided they want to push this industry offshore. And so it's London, Singapore, Dubai that really are the global capitals of blockchain. That's unfortunate. Maybe our vacancy rate would be half of what it is here in San Francisco. It's 30%. It might have been 15% if we still were the global blockchain capital of the world. So that was a missed opportunity. It's really unfortunate. It hurt the city.
Okay, so he knows this administration failed crypto. He knows it pushed innovation out of this country. So why the hell would he endorse Harris? I don't get it. You know, I could see it on one hand because I think she's on board with the globalist ideas, like this administration with the whole idea of Build Back Better, Fourth Industrial Revolution, Great Reset. And I know Chris Larson is also in the elites club, and he's a globalist as well. But if you see someone trying to crush crypto, why would you ever endorse it? I just don't get it. This comes from Eleanor Tourette as well. Tether, co-founder, donated nearly $500,000 to the Commonwealth Unity Fund, a super PAC supporting Johnny Deaton in his battle to unseat Senator Warren. Potter joins Ripple, Cameron, and Tyler in donating to CUF, which has raised over $2.5 million in support of Deaton so far. So why is Tether supporting Deaton? So it's most likely nothing. I'm going to say that. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, Johnny Deaton, he loves Bitcoin. What does Tether prop up? Bitcoin. So maybe he sees an in here with Johnny Deaton. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. This is one of the steps to finally get XRP into the derivatives market. And after this, XRP ETF futures will follow. Why is this important to price action? The price of an asset is set in the derivatives market. Take a listen to this.
Any commodity market, the price of the underlying commodity is actually not set in the physical or the spot market. The price is set in the derivative markets. Mature derivative markets are essential for price discovery because it's the one place that all the buyers and sellers can come together to agree on price. That's why the price of gold is not set in a jewelry shop. It's set in the derivatives market. The price of wheat is not set at a grain elevator. It's set in the derivative markets. The price of oil is not set at the gas pump. It's set in the derivative markets. So establishing well-functioning, healthy derivatives for crypto will provide a solid basis for price discovery and price setting for crypto.
So there you have it. That's why the derivatives market is so important for XRP. And at the end of this year, we're going to also get a fair market value for crypto as well. I really want to see what the fair market value of XRP is. If they're going to base it on utility and use case. Because look at what XRP is built to do. It's built to disrupt the big banks. It's built to lower the cost of cross-border payments, while it also speeds up the time of cross-border payments. I would love to see the fair market value. I honestly think the fair market value of XRP right now is at least $5. I'm sure it's much, much higher than that. 3 key policy recommendations from Ripple in the Australian Parliament to remove roadblocks to tokenized real-world assets in Australia, developing a taxonomy for tokenized real-world assets, implementing licensing reform to support the development of tokenized real-world assets market, implementing a regulatory sandbox to support tokenization. So it looks like we're going to get a surge in tokenization coming from Australia very soon. And I like the idea of that because I always said tokenization is really going to start to gain momentum outside of the United States. Because Gary Gensler once again said that tokenized assets can also be securities. You know, if we don't get a clear path forward in the US soon, we are screwed. Because there are small countries emerging as crypto hubs now, pushing ahead with innovation, strengthening their economies at the same time, while the US continues to lag behind. And you know, when it comes to XRP, you're sitting here looking at it. around 54 cents. There's no way on God's green earth XRP actual price is around 54 cents. It is much higher than that. And I could say the same thing about XLM, XDC, HBAR, QNT, Algo, IOTA, Casper. The list goes on and on. Because every single one of these cryptocurrencies are at rock bottom prices. While something that is virtually useless, like Bitcoin, is sitting above $60,000. It doesn't make sense. And a lot of the value in Bitcoin is just Tether propping up Bitcoin. But beyond that, it's never going to see worldwide adoption. And once Tether goes down, it's taking Bitcoin with it. Meanwhile, we have a cryptocurrency that disrupts the entire banking system sitting at 54 cents. How is that right in any way? It doesn't make sense. And Bitcoin's running on hype. You see BlackRock and Saylor hyping it up all day long. And I think it's because once the hype ends, the value ends. The difference between Bitcoin and XRP, the biggest difference, XRP has actual value. It's just the market has not rewarded XRP yet. We're still waiting for that value to come. And until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.